Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Florence Joshua. Welcome. The Senior Special Assistant on Public Affairs to President Bola Tinubu Aliyu Audu has formally resigned his position, citing strong objections to what he described as a growing trend towards a one-party state under the current All Progressive Congress-led administration. In a resignation letter dated June 8, 2025 and submitted through the Chief of Staff, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, Audu confirmed his immediate departure from the presidency. Following his resignation, Audu issued a public statement on social media clarifying that his decision was not a rebellious act but one driven by conscience and commitment to democratic principles. Audu criticized the suppression of opposition voices in Nigeria's political space and warned that such actions contradict the founding values of democracy. He further invoked historical lessons comparing current political trends to past practices under former President Olusegun Obasanjo, which, according to him, attracted similar criticism in 2003. While expressing continued support for President Tinubu's economic reform agenda, Audu made clear his disapproval of the current political alliance between President Tinubu and Nyesom Wike, which he claimed undermines the progressive values he upholds. Despite stepping down, Audu hinted at remaining politically vocal. Meanwhile, the senator representing Borno South, Ali Ndume, has insisted that he is not part of those who have endorsed President Bola Tinubu for a second term in office. Ndume stated this on Sunday while speaking on a national television program. The lawmaker was keen to remind Tinubu that former President Goodluck Jonathan was endorsed by 22 governors of his party, the People's Democratic Party, in the 2015 election, but lost his re-election bid to Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressive Congress. This comes after 22 governors elected on the platform of the APC unanimously adopted Tinubu as their candidate for the 2027 election last month. Ndume claimed to have stormed out of the banquet hall of the presidential villa in Abuja after governors endorsed the president for re-election. In another development, Mariam Abacha, widow of former military head of state General Sani Abacha, has dismissed long-standing allegations that her late husband looted billions of dollars during his time in office. In a recent interview on national television, the former First Lady, while defending Abacha's legacy, demanded concrete proof that her husband stashed public funds in foreign accounts. Mariam further claimed that the funds her husband reportedly secured for Nigeria vanished shortly after his death, implying mismanagement by subsequent administration. She also criticized the media, urging journalists to educate the people rather than bastardize them, adding that no man can change the fortunes of the country alone. Leadership in Africa has often been marred by authoritarian tendencies, with long-standing rulers resisting democratic transitions. In Cameroon, President Paul Biya exemplifies this trend, having maintained an iron grip on power since 1982. His extended rule, marked by limited political freedoms, centralized control, and sporadic electoral reforms, has increasingly drawn criticism both domestically and internationally. As Biya ages and remains largely absent from public view, speculation has grown around potential instability and the possibility of a military coup, echoing recent events in other African nations where entrenched regimes have collapsed under pressure. This scenario underscores a broader crisis of leadership in Africa, where the failure to foster institutional resilience and succession planning threatens peace and development. We bring you details. The attack on former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, comes amid renewed calls for a more aggressive overhaul of Nigeria's security architecture, particularly in troubled northeast, where Boko Haram and ISWAP factions continue to operate with deadly impunity. Buratai, who served as Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff from 2015 to 2021 was a central figure in this country's counter-insurgents campaign, has remained an influential figure in security circles since his retirement. The attack is a stark reminder that the threat of terrorism in Nigeria remains a mirage. Observers say that the attack on such a high-profile figure, once at the helm of Nigeria's military campaign against insurgency, underscores the persistent insecurity in the northeast, as the incident raises serious concerns about the effectiveness of ongoing counterinsurgency efforts and the safety of both civilians and military personnel in conflict-prone areas. Similarly, a senior naval officer identified as Lieutenant Commodore M. Bube has been stabbed to death in Kaduna. It was gathered that the attack occurred after a hoodlum attempted to rob him of his mobile phone and other valuables at the Kawo Bridge. According to eyewitnesses, the senior officer, who was on course at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, had a flat tire while returning to Jaji, and upon alighting from his car to change the flat tire, the unknown assailant suddenly appeared and demanded he handed over his phone. It was gathered the senior officer questioned the rationale when the assailant suddenly stabbed him in the chest with a local knife. Suleiman Dahiru, a local vigilante who witnessed the altercation, attempted to help the senior officer but was also stabbed on the hand by the assailant. However, it was reliably gathered that the assailant was subsequently overpowered and lynched on the spot. Meanwhile, a senior military officer who did not want to be named said the wounded senior officer was initially rushed to Manal Hospital but was confirmed dead on arrival. Confirming the incident, the Kaduna State Police Command Public Relations Officer ASP Mansur Hassan described the incident as unfortunate. He, however, assured that the police operatives are doing everything possible to secure the area and state at large. Following a call by Burkina Faso's President, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, for Africa to arise and take its rightful place, some Nigerians have advised the federal government on the need to look back at the previous drivers of the economy, such as Nigeria's old granite pyramid, cocoa domes, timber, cotton and others, to improve the lives of citizens rather than relying on foreign loans.
African nations at the wake of colonization did not realize or recognize the value of its rich natural resources, making it easy for its people to be manipulated by colonial masters. Human and natural resources were exchanged for items such as gin, guns, and pieces of glass for mirrors with which she couldn't see herself. The first form of colonization goes beyond natural resources to the minds of Africans who feel inferior to the Westerners, as the Japa syndrome further makes it clear that Africans do not believe they have what it takes to move the continent forward. The colonization of Africa from the 1880s was primarily driven by the desire for economic gain, including access to valuable raw materials and resources, as well as the expansion of European markets. However, the call by Burkina Faso Ibrahim Traoré is a wake-up call to Africa to go back to harnessing its rich human and natural resources, such as Nigeria's old granite pyramid, the cocoa domes, timber, cotton, and others, to improve the lives of citizens rather than relying on foreign loans. Abiola Alafe reporting for Clever News.
For the past few days, a viral video involving Pastor Paul Adefarasin of House on the Rock Church in Lagos has been igniting a firestorm of reactions online. In the video, the pastor was captured in the possession of what many believe to be firearm while addressing an individual recording his Range Rover. The incident has since sparked widespread debates not only about the object in question but also about the broader issues of pastors employing bodyguards and security measures. Clever's Gloria Atta has been following the story and now brings us an update.
In the last few days, the senior pastor, House on the Rock Church, Lagos, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, has been in the middle of heated discussions both on and off social media after a 10-second video clip captured the man of God brandishing an unidentified weapon at an individual who was making a video of his car. In the video, Pastor Adefarasin is seen driving a black Range Rover when he noticed the content creator filming. The pastor, visibly upset by the act, appeared to brandish a metallic object, prompting speculation that he was holding a gun. Reacting to the speculation, Adefarasin denied the claims, stating on social media and to his congregation that the object was not a firearm and that he was hurt and shocked by what he calls false accusations driven by clickbaiters looking for money.
The enticement of the enemy is always the love of money, at the root of all evil. What we have had to witness was clickbaiters, just looking for more money. I probably wasn't even their target. Their target was to make more money. And I was falsely accused of bearing a firearm, pointing a firearm at an aggressive content creator who came within personal distance. The only thing separating me and him was about maybe 3/4 of a meter and glass. I do not have a pistol license for a firearm. I do not carry a firearm, and I pointed no firearm at anybody.
The content creator, speaking on an Instagram live with media personality Daddy Freeze, clarified that he was simply filming luxury vehicles and did not approach Adefarasin's car. He has since received donations from supporters online, highlighting the public's divided response to the incident.
That money, I wanted to video like 10 to 15 Range Rover, then add the clip together, then post on my TikTok. So that was my plan. So and that was the first Range Rover that we spot in that money. That autobiography was the first Range Rover that we spot. That's just 2024. So as I see the car that is coming, I didn't even wanted to video it first. So I just like, let me start from this Range Rover. So after I start this thing, so as the man now passing, I don't even know the person that is inside, to be very honest.
Did you touch the car? Did you at any point touch the car?
I did not move close to the car. I did not move close. I even moved, like I moved back safe. That I know to feel like maybe I'm disturbing him or something. I moved back. So I was not even close to the car at all. I was not even close to the car. So as I start the video, so I would just say, boss, like boss. So as an impact, I was so happy. I even think that you just want to acknowledge me, sir. Yo, thanks for your video, stuff like that. That was what I was expecting. So as the one that said, don't do that. I was like, sorry, boss. I don't know that you should get your sets.
The video has fueled heated discussions on X, where users are questioning not just the pastor's actions, but the broader reliance of religious leaders on external security. However, other commentators on social media have defended the use of security, citing the realities of modern day.
Now, this video is disturbing. If that's actually a gun, it is a very disturbing video. And why? If you go back to the video, you will notice that the car does not have a plate number. So imagine if something had gone wrong. How would they know the person that shot the boy? I don't know if you understand. Because if somebody is videoing your car and the person did not attack you, attempt to attack you, the person is even calling you boss. You can't come more peaceful. That means you say if you go through something, maybe stress. Because I don't understand why he actually had to pull out a pistol.
There's nothing I hate more than gaslighting. Everybody did see the video. We all clearly did see the video. And from the video, we can tell who the aggressor was. In case you people are forgetting, clearly this pastor stopped his car, winds down, held an object that looks like a firearm and told this boy, don't do that, don't do. And from what I remember very clearly, this boy was hailing this pastor in that video. There are so many car spotters all around the world. I don't see what that boy was doing wrong. I don't see how he was being aggressive.
The debate underscores a tension between faith and practicality in a world where security concerns are ever present. In October 2022, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, leader of Omega Fire Ministries, came under fire from many Nigerians over his use of bulletproof vehicles and bodyguards as evidence of prioritizing physical security. The clergy, however, justified such measures by citing the need for safety in Nigeria's volatile environment where attacks on public figures are not uncommon. His stance, however, drew criticism from those who argue that it contradicts messages of divine protection preached to congregations. As Nigerians continue to react, the incident has prompted a broader conversation about the role of spiritual leaders in navigating modern challenges. For now, Pastor Adefarasin's response has calmed some people, but the questions linger. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.
And that's the news. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua.